Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is July the 2nd, 2017, or at least it still is in the United States of America. This is home of long-term cryptocurrency thinking, golden hold. Have a strong hand, people. Keep on having that strong hand. We're going to get into that in a second. I am in Hong Kong. Excuse the weird Hong Kong decorations in this place I'm staying in. It's a little different. It's storming outside now. I wanted to get an outside view, but we're not going to be able to get that. Anyway, thanks for the Litecoin. The person who sent me Litecoin, you know who you are. Thanks for the Monero that was sent a little while ago. Thanks for the NXT. Yes, you can send me any cryptocurrency you want to, even NXT. You just have to tell me in advance, and I can make up an address. So I did that for NXT. So thank you, Mr. NXT. That was very, very generous of you, actually. So let's start off here. First of all, also, people have been buying digital bit boxes, I noticed, at the link below for cryptohwwallet.com. That's something that's like a Trezor. You can get Trezors there too. And also there are links below to, get t-shirts like this at Cryptograffiti. You use the Meister code to get a discount. It's keeping me nice and cool here in humid Hong Kong. I got here, well, now it's 11 a.m. in the morning in Hong Kong for those interested. And I got here on the 2nd at after 6 p.m. The flight from Chicago was like 16 hours. So that's some hard stuff to do. But I'm here, guys. And I guess I'll give a travel update in a second. I did want to say that I linked to This Week in Bitcoin and some other pertinent links below. Always check out the link section. 2 weeks ago, we had This Week in Bitcoin, and I know it is surged. It's become the most popular This Week in Bitcoin yet, with Don Gozo and what's his name from Twitter was on. I can't even think of Money Triggs. Anyway, it's funny. It did better now after 2 weeks than the Bitcoin group, which that's the other panel show that's on Fridays. And that week they had the drunken Theo on, which was unfortunate. But it shows. I point all this out because back 25 weeks ago now, I don't agree with everything that the guys over at that Thomas does over there at the Bitcoin group. So instead of, crying about it and being a troll about it like people are sometimes, I am a doer. So I said, you know what? They have the same people on every week, basically. They do. I want something a little different. I want to have a show where I have different people on every week, a whole bunch of people from international. So I did it. And, twice now in the 25 weeks, we've done better than them, which is great. I mean, it's not a competition. I just point that out. But the main reason I point it out is because be a doer, people. There are so many trolls out there in the Bitcoin space. So you can be trollish and complain for 25 weeks. I could have done that. Or I created a whole new show. So you can, if you don't like this show, make your own show. Some people have done it. All right. So Tone Vays is out there working his butt off still, trying. The bottom line is, the guys, the Chinacoin guys behind the Bitcoin 2X, or a lot of them, they're trying to delay things. They're trying to take over Bitcoin, whatever they're trying to do. So call them out. That is great. And support Bit 148 in any way you can with your own node. Support the whole user-activated soft fork movement. Make tweets about it. Put pressure on the people who signed the New York agreement to just do the right thing. But it's pretty simple stuff to do. You don't worry about every day, every single change. And I know I sound like a broken record on this, but it seems like every day there's some new scary FUD about Chinacoin. The bottom line is there's going to be one Bitcoin. There's going to be segregated witness. We need to stay firm as users and not fall into the FUD traps that these guys are setting out every week and help promote their FUD traps. Look at me. I'm traveling around the whole world. I haven't changed my schedule at all. August 1st, I'll be on the road. In November, I'll be on the road. October, I'll be on the road. So if I'm traveling around, not worrying, think about what you can do too. So just use it as use BIP 148, use our activated software, talking about that stuff as leverage. Pound that like button to help spread the word about this. We've got some live viewers all over the world right now. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Hey, and some of you don't like the pound that like button slogan. Make your own channel where you say, pick my nose or something like that. I don't know. You can have your own saying. If you don't like this, instead, you can be a troll and complain, or you could be a doer, like Adam Meister. Be a doer, travel around. And again, that goes with life in general. You can sit there scared about Chinacoin. Oh, woe is me. This BIP, this. What should I do about this BIP? Or you can say, hey, I'm taking a positive approach to this. I'm going to, set up my own node, or I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to put pressure on Coinbase or whoever I do business with by just talking about the good guys in Segwit, so they just do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, who wants to be associated with this Chinacoin thing? What legitimate business wants to be associated with this Chinacoin thing? So you keep reminding them with tweets, you keep reminding them with your user-activated software cat, but don't mega worry about it. And so I'm linking below to various stories. Luke Dash Jr., again, he explains that the Segwit 2x is, all the bad things about it. And if you want to read that, you can read that. If you want to know about the technical stuff, read it. There's your opportunity. Here we've got a Steemit article from Andy Hoffman just talking about, kind of basically what I just talked about. All the stuff. He was worried about Chinacoin. Yeah, I mean, it can be bothersome, but just to move on with life and everything. So I linked to that below. So again, have a strong hand, people. Have a strong hand. I'm going to go out. First of all, it's pouring rain out there in Hong Kong, right outside that window now. I got a nice view. You can see the water and everything. I'm on the 14th floor of this building. Kind of an odd building. Hey, but that's Airbnb. And when I do Airbnb all over the world, I always get my own place. That was lightning too. I always get my own place, and you can get your own place for an affordable price. It's like a studio, but whatever. A man doesn't need a fancy place, but a man of a certain age needs his own place alone, though. Of course. So I mean, people have assumed, do you couch surf or something? No, I don't couch surf. Although if I have a friend, I'll stay at his couch for one night or something like that, but not a stranger or anything like that. We can get into that in another show. And no, there was not a July 1st. I was on the road, so I could not have a Ask Me Anything. I don't know if we're even going to have one in July. Or August 1st, I'll be on the road too. We'll work on that. I think these Ask Me Anythings have become foul-mouthed places, to tell you the truth, with some of the trolls. But if you want to ask me anything, tell me, and maybe we'll do one in the middle of July when things are a little bit more settled down, when I'm in Australia. And speaking of schedules, I think it is important to point out that some more things have been finalized. Obviously, about Perth on July the 10th, and then Brisbane on July the 17th. Obviously, I'm in Hong Kong until July the 9th. Baltimore from the 1st until the 9th. And then Dublin, Ireland, August 10th to August 17th. All right. Then I will be in Quebec on August 17th. And I don't know how long I'm going to be in Quebec for. So if you're a Quebecer, let's get in touch. If you're in Ireland, I do have some things set up for Dublin. I've got a really awesome dude out there. Pound that like button if you like Meister traveling the world. All right. So where are we in this list of things I've written down over all this time? Okay, Vinny Lingham reminds us, I am willing to bet that we will have 3 Ethereum networks within 12 months. But I'm hoping that we will only still have one Bitcoin network. Okay, I agree. We're going to probably have 3 Ethereums eventually. Vays has said that. I have said that. And Vinny has said that. But I'm confident we're only going to have one Bitcoin. That is the goal. That is the goal of supporting user-activated soft fork. And look at this nice shirt. I really like this shirt. Very comfortable shirt. Buy it below. But yeah, one Bitcoin, people. That's the bottom line. Stay cool with that. And it isn't cool to have 2 Bitcoin. All these, and yes, your Bitcoin are safe on your Trezor before August 1st. Just do that. Don't keep them on some crazy exchange. That's crazy. I don't know what's going to happen. There might be some weird things happening, but you should never keep your Bitcoin on an exchange anyway. So, ask these weird psychedelic things behind me about that. That didn't make much sense. So yeah, I'm totally on Asian time right now. Oh yeah, Delaware. So yeah, we'll be at some weird times for people on the East Coast shortly, starting times once I get settled here. And yeah, Perth is on the same schedule as Hong Kong. It is, again, 11:14 a.m. in the morning. And it is 11:14 p.m. at night on the 2nd back in Baltimore still, in New York. All right, so yeah, very interesting article from CoinDesk. Delaware House passes historic blockchain regulation. They're going to let you sell stocks on the blockchain. This is kind of like, it's a silent, it didn't make much news, but it's a little thing that could make a big difference in the future because so many businesses are based in Delaware. Corporate entities are based in Delaware. So I linked to that article below. I hope I did at least. Sorry if I didn't link to everything yet. I'll make sure I link to everything soon enough. What else do we have here? Oh, yeah, on the This Week in Bitcoin show, and it's really pouring rain out there now. I'm supposed to run soon. God. On the This Week in Bitcoin show this week, we mentioned, and it was a good one, so check it out. We had some good, Carlo was on, and he knows about Ethereum Classic. And that was, we brought that up about Ethereum Classic. The Ether wallet was hijacked. And this is another, and again, this was an Ethereum Classic wallet. But this is another reason why people say, oh, you can store your Ethereumm on a Trezor. Well, yes, you can, but you have to interact with a third-party website. And that third-party website can be hijacked. So that is what I don't even like to talk about. You can store your Ethereum on a Trezor because it complicates things. And people are like, oh, it's simple. It's simple to do. Okay, it might be simple if you're not a newbie, A. B is this other point, that you're involving a third party. Bitcoin is not about involving third parties, or cryptocurrency isn't about involving third parties. It can be hijacked like this Ethereum Classic one was. So, hey, you might say, hey, Adam, you're being a fear monger. I'm being logical. And I just noticed on, I just noticed from the chat, and I don't usually notice this thing. Jason Peters asked me if I'm still optimistic about Decred, and he gave me $2. So I'm going to have to answer that. I don't usually notice that stuff. That's really nice of you, Jason, to send $2. Yeah, I'm optimistic about Decred in the sense of it joining the top tier altcoins. I don't tell people to buy altcoins. I say if you can afford to be a speculator, because so few Americans have any extra money. They're in debt up to their eyeballs. But Decred is a part of this governance thing, this governance coins. And that's going to become the flavor of the month, the governance coins. They've got a good team. Charlie Lee, who is an honest man, is the guy behind Litecoin, supports them. There'll be more pumpage into Decred is basically what I'm saying. But there's some solid fundamentals behind Decred in this whole governance thing. And all these fudsters out there in the Bitcoin sphere who I try to counteract with my positive message of don't worry, be happy. They complain, they talk about the governance of Bitcoin being horrible, or, I mean, it's altcoin people screaming about it mostly. So that helps this whole governance thing become the flavor of the month. And Decred is all about revolutionary governance. So I hope you guys like that, I answered a chat thing for once. All right, so going back, so pound that like button. Where are we? I'm going to skip something here by accident. We were under 100 billion in market cap the other day in total cryptocurrency market capitalization. Tell me what I think that's just, again, the whole people are nervous about the segregated witness. So I guess a lot of people pulled out of the, I don't know, people sold for fiat. I never tell people to sell for fiat. Don't leave cryptocurrency for fiat. Leave it for, stay in Bitcoin at the very least. I was on the Ken Bozak show. I linked to that below. Ken Bozak is a great Bitcoin guy. That's linked to below. Yes, keep supporting user-activated soft fork as leverage over these Chinacoin dudes. And yeah, check out my Steemit page. I do post some exclusives there sometimes, and I'm more likely to answer your questions there than in the chat actually in the chat, definitely. I'm definitely more likely to answer your questions in Steemit than in the chat. You shouldn't really ask questions in this chat, but I did notice that. Thank you, Jason, for asking that, or sending the $2. That was nice. But also in the comments section here on YouTube, I'm probably more likely to answer on Steemit, because I'm just encouraging people to do this Steemit thing. I want people to earn Bitcoin through Steemit. And the guy behind Zappo, Wences Caceres, has an interesting message, and I link to it below. I recommend these 3 simple steps. Take 1% of what you have and buy Bitcoin all at once and at the market price. Carry it at cost. Do not touch it for 10 years. This formula may sound easy, but in practice it is difficult to execute. It requires a great deal of discipline. Okay. I think it's simple to execute because discipline is easy for me. I'm trying to teach you guys discipline. So that is a buy and hold guy right there to the extreme, 10 years. That's 2027. Strong hand, people. Hey, but hey, he's the founder of Zappo. He obviously is a successful dude, and he's got some discipline. Try to learn discipline, people. Vays, so Monero's in the title, and he linked to a Vays video below. It was his Wednesday video. I haven't had time to watch his most recent ones. He is high on Monero, man. He does a technical analysis of Monero. And again, I'm not telling people, only if you're a speculator, then speculate in the top tier altcoins, which I mentioned. Monero is one of my top tier ones. Be my guest, whatever. I own Monero because people have given me Monero over time. So I'm a little, there's a full disclosure here. But like Tone is like talking about, oh, I might get some Monero, and he was tempted to get Monero, tempted to accept Monero based on the long-term, based on the technical analysis he sees. So watch that video. And so that's some bullish Monero news for what it's worth, and it's on this shirt too. Pound that like button, people. Angry MGTOW. I like the MGTOW philosophy. These guys are about living a simplistic lifestyle, a minimalist lifestyle, which is great if you're trying to save money and be a buy and holder and just be a good investor, have discipline. Well, there's a guy named Angry MGTOW who is, I don't know if I agree with all the stuff he has to say, but he is on Steemit now. He's talking about cryptocurrency. So what a combination. But more people are moving to Steemit, man. And I'm going to do a video soon about just talking about how I've been talking about how content creators should be moving to Steemit. And it seems like people are. They want to move. They want to get their big Bitcoin. Anyway, I want to conclude with check out the links below for the song Along Comes Mary. Is that what it's called by the Association? It's from the 60s. I mean, it's like 50 years old now. It's a really good song. I heard it the other day before I left. I see Vention MGTOW is also still in the chat. What's up, Vention? And I hope Jason Peters got that Decred answer. I hope I answered his. Jason, you can email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. And anyone can email me there if they have other questions. And I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and always check out the notes section below. Hopefully I'll be able to go running within the hour. I hope this week in Hong Kong is awesome. I'm meeting with some Bitcoin people. And, oh, July 4th is the Hong Kong meetup, and I will be at the Hong Kong meetup. I'll try to give a link below now. I'll add that now. Bye-bye.